Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I have 4 replays for you in the tier 6 tech tree tank destroyer, the SU-100, which is on the Soviet line. Now before I get into the videos, I will just go over the equipment and perks that I run on this tank. So I've got camo net, gun rammer and advanced gun lane drive. And on the perks, I'll run Born Leader, Rapid Reload, Sixth Sense, Steady Aim, Situational Awareness, Camouflage Expertise, Silent Driving, Muffled Shot and Clutch Braking. So yeah, the reason for this video, I've obviously put the SU-100 on the channel a few times now, but I was wanting to clear out a little bit of space on the hard drive, and I come across these little beauties and I thought, well, it won't hurt to put it in again. So yeah, hopefully, or well, I say hopefully, but you know, for the final time on the channel, we've got the SU-100 again, and yeah, I thought I'd put these replays in because they're pretty good. So yeah, the first one here, we are on Azure Coast, not one of my favourite maps, but nonetheless, you know, we're gonna give it a good go. So yeah, the SU-100, I'll just obviously go over sort of good and bad points, just because it has been a while since we've done the video on it. But so basically, you've got on the top gun, this 122mm gun with 390 alpha, which is just absolutely insane for a tier 6 to have that sort of alpha. It is pretty mad. And that does come with 175mm of penetration in standard rounds and 217mm of penetration on your APCR rounds. Your standard rounds are just AP. It's got fantastic camo, particularly when you're still not at 292 meters. Obviously that's base. That's without running your camo net and your camo perks, which is why I run quite a few of those. Just to get the camo as good as you can on this tank. It's got 50 km/h forward speed, which is really good for a tank destroyer like this. It means you can obviously get into positions fairly quickly and put the gun to work. And now it's got a bit of frontal armour, but I wouldn't say it was anything to properly rely on, but there is some that you can get some lucky bounces on. Bad points of the tanks, obviously it's got a long reload, but that's, you know, to be expected with the amount of alpha you're doing at tier 6. It's going to be long, but you got 12.8 second base reload. You have got slow shell velocity on the rounds, just under 1,000 on your APCR rounds, with 2.9 second aim time, 0.43 accuracy, 2.27 on rotation, with a 350m view range, 14 km/h reverse speed, which isn't great if you're sort of trying to get out in a hurry, and you've got 6 degrees of gun depression. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, but this gun is just absolutely fantastic. As you can see, we've just completely took the roof off of that poor VK, and that's the other thing with this tank, is with that alpha, with the high, you know, the high caliber gun, ammo racks are going to be pretty much they're going to be quite, you know, consistent, should I say, and quite what's the word I'm looking for, frequent. That's the one. English is hard. Frequent ammo racks with obviously a high caliber gun like this that is running at tier 6. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I said it before, but this was one of my favourite tank destroyers on that grind for the 268. I mean, the whole line was fantastic, but this was probably my favourite. I mean, I loved it that much, I just went and free marked it. You know, and that says a lot, because I usually don't bother with free marking unless I really enjoy the tank. And yeah, and I have thoroughly enjoyed this. So on Azure Coast then, we've picked up 3 kills already. We're up to 2.5k damage. Only a tiny bit of assistance, probably just a little bit of spotting that we just picked up from you know, from a target that we're shooting at. And yeah, we're just trying to basically pick up as much damage as possible. Gonna look at turn our attention to that one shot tier 5 that we managed to take up. We are actually top tier, I believe, in this gameplay. No, we're not. We're mid-tier. Okay, we got TSMs, but trying to get a shot onto that VZ there, or that Lioness. Unfortunately, we bounce off the turret. Then we see the light tank coming in. We take another shot off the Lioness there, but we picked up the kill on that light tank, bringing us our 5th kill of the game there. We're up to 2.8k damage. We're on 2 hit points. I mean, this game is near enough done and dusted, to be honest. 6v3 is basically, yeah, we've pretty much done it. Now, I do get a shot into the side of that Lioness turret. I'm going to try and see if I can take him out, but he gets taken out by our friendly T28. We do get taken out by a tank at the back there, which is frustrating, but we do pick up 3.2k damage and 5 kills. So yeah, that was just a quick replay, guys, just to obviously go over the stats. What we'll do is we'll get to the results screen, and then we will move on to the rest of the replays. So there we go then, we do get the victory, and we finish off the first replay with 5 kills, 3.2k damage, tiny bit of assistance, and yeah, just basically showing off the SU-100. We got the first class medal there and the high caliber, and you can just see we just absolutely ripped that that game up there. So we move into the second replay now. I will obviously apologise as well for the video quality. These replays were from probably about a year ago, maybe even longer, when I was recording off streaming. So yeah, I do apologise for obviously the video quality. I think the last 2 replays do improve, but again, we're top tier here and we're on Sam River, so we are going to move into the middle here. We're going to get up on the ridge, and we're basically going to, well, shoot whatever crosses into the dunes on the right hand side. We know we've got our light tank pressing up quite far ahead in the middle here, and also right at the dunes, so between them they should be able to spot some tanks crossing. We can see a VK already, looks like he was going to make the move there. We're going to get into position, and hopefully there'll be something to shoot. Now we see the enemy toaster there, and we get a shot into him, putting him basically onto a one shot. And this is the other disgusting thing with this tank, is, you know, practically all tier 6s are 2 to 3 shots on, you know, with this tank. So it is pretty devastating. It is just disgusting, if I'm honest. It really is. It's yeah, I don't really know what else to add on that. It's just, yeah, that alpha is insane. Don't get me wrong, obviously, you know, it doesn't have the strongest of armor, so if you do get spotted, then, you know, the chances are you're going to take a fair bit of punishment yourself. But as long as you're not sort of getting shot by one of these, you know, the damage you receive shouldn't be too much, to be honest. It shouldn't be too bad. You should be able to survive it. But anyway, we have decided to give up the middle position. We're going to move over to the dunes. Reason being is I've noticed that we have absolutely no map control whatsoever, and we have practically given up the 0 line, the 0 and the A line, and that side into the field there we have pretty much given up for free. So yeah, the opposite dunes is open for, you know, well, open for business for the enemy team. So I've decided to get over to this side. The reason being is if they push through that section, I can be here to basically clear up anything and just put a bit of firepower. And that's precisely what's happened there. We've seen some tanks that are moving into the enemy that are all stuck in the middle there. They know where they are. They're going to close in on them. I can just sit here and basically play Overwatch and get shots into whatever comes our way. I'm just trying to move into a position where I can get those shots, because at the moment it's very difficult. And there's only 2 tanks being sort of lit here, but they're not actually in my gun line, so there's nothing I can really do. Then I notice there's a light tank over on the left hand side, so I've decided to try and help our friendly TD and artillery. But again, I don't have the light tank in my sights. Kind of stuck in between a rock and a hard place here, and I probably should have just pushed right up to the corner, got in a better position where I could have got shots onto these tanks. Scores are still quite even with we're 2 tanks ahead. Now the light tank is in range. Can we get our gun onto him? We're going to sneak a shot right through that gap there, putting him down to a 1 shot. So yeah, that was a nice stroke of luck there. Again, the scores are pretty even still, but I just need to get in a position where I can put punishment on these tanks. It's a bit bizarre that there's kind of only 3 tanks sort of showing here. But then we see this VK crossing. Unfortunately, we weren't fully aimed in, so we do just track him in place. But he has burnt a repair kit, so that kind of tells us that if we hit his track again, he's going to be stuck there for quite a while. We do slap the shot in this time, and he's pretty much a 1 shot for us, but he's moved into the dunes. Now we can see this 1 shot tank across the way, the R44, which we do get a shot into, shutting him down for our first kill of the game. We're up to 2.1k damage. Keeping an eye on that light tank that's supposed to be in the base. Now we see the artillery here. We're going to slap a shot in. We track him in place, and he gets taken out. And again, the scores are really, really tight here. It's 4-all. Doesn't really seem to be sort of swinging in anyone's favour, really. It's just very tight. We see this light, is it a light tank or no, medium, heavy, I don't know. But something, yeah, it's the Churchill Oki that is pushing onto our friendly tank. If he pokes up a little bit further, I should be able to get the shot in, and we do. We actually track him in place as well. He burns his repair kit. Now I'm hoping I can reload before he goes steaming in. But I think he actually dies from ramming that tank. Now there's only me and our friendly heavy alive. Our friendly heavy is all the way over to the left. I'm full hit points, so I'm kind of confident at this point. I'm going to put the big boy pants on and go steaming in like I usually do, and hopefully if I don't cock it up, I should be able to get the win here. See the Rudy that is coming over. We take our time to aim in the shot before he manages to get a shot off onto us, and we take him out for our second kill of the game. Picking up 3.6k damage. We're just going to lose our spot here before we move on. We've loaded the HE ready in anticipation to get a nice big juicy shot into the artillery. So yeah, now it's just all about hunting the piggy, find that little piggy and shut him down. Now again, just talking about the mobility, the 50 kilometers an hour top speed really does come in handy here, because you can move around the map quick enough to try and deal with your targets. So going to the usual positions where I'd expect to find artillery, which is on the 0 line, and there we go, see him to our right, and yeah, just hopefully we can turn the gun quick enough and then we can get the shot in. But he seems to be hiding behind a rock, which is a little bit annoying. Not kind of ideal, but again, we know where he is, so we can just move in now. Our heavy tank is backing us up here. I'm hoping we should be able to just deal with the artillery ourselves, and then we can just pick up all the damage. So gonna move in. The artillery is actually looking at us, but there we go, see you later. Just took him out with 1 shot at the HE. That's how devastating that tank is. And yeah, we finished the game with 4.1k damage with 3 kills. A nice little game there actually, because that was quite close. We picked up 461 assistance, and yeah, I think we pick up the ace tanker if I remember rightly. We'll find out in a minute when we finish scrolling through all this stuff. And yeah, there we go, ace tanker, high caliber medal. Nice result in the SU-100 there on Sand River. So on to the third replay now, and we're on Erlenberg, and you see the video quality is much better here, so thank God for that. So yeah, Erlenberg, one of my favourite maps, particularly in tank destroyers, in most tanks to be fair, apart from super heavies. It's probably the only class where I'd probably say that I'm not really going to have good results on this map, but But yeah, we're going to move up to the ridge here where we can get some shots onto stuff that's going to be crossing. Light tanks are doing a good job in moving up forwards and spotting. We see the enemy light tank there. A nice juicy shot for 411. That's a beautiful high roll. And the Jackson manages to take him out. We've managed to track him in place as well. So that's a bonus. We've got rid of one of their light tanks already. It's always nice to get a light tank out early in the game. They have got 2 more light tanks though that we need to deal with. But luckily I think they're either sort of sitting back or over the other side. This heavy tank's KV-1 gets spotted in the open. We're going to aim for the side of his tank. And there we go, there's a high caliber gun coming in handy, hitting the side of that fuel tank and setting him alight. KV-1 sides are notorious for setting alight there. Don't even need really high caliber guns to do that, but again with the high caliber guns it's more than likely that you get set them on fire or detonate it or trigger an ammo rack, one of the two. So yeah, it's always quite handy. This light tank is YOLOing our Absolution, who's just decided to push right into enemies there. We take out the KV-1 that's crossing, and yeah, I think I'm just going to come into the middle here and try and get shots off on these tanks. Just waiting for this light tank to sort of give us a window of opportunity. Just seems to be YOLOing around like a nut job. I think he's one of the wheelie lights. So yeah, just kind of seems to be one play style and one play style only in those tanks, which is drive like a nutcase. But I can't really seem to pick out any targets, but I do see some tanks starting to really push our base now. And we get another shot into KV-1S. Again, the side of a tank, gonna set him on fire. He didn't completely burn out, but I've just opted to go for, I mean, this is the beauty of this tank. Russian, and when these, you see the side of these heavy tanks, they're just going to absolutely burn. Didn't even have to aim in that shot, that just hit. It's just absolutely disgusting. Looking at the KV-1, that is a one shot, and again we take him out for our third kill there. And this is just basically turning into a turkey shoot, as the Americans would say. Yeah, it's just basically we're just here, just hitting anything that crosses our path, basically. See this heavy tank on the right that is pushing our position quite aggressively. It's a TOG 2. Now that tank has got some good DPM, so I guess I do have to be careful in some sense. I'm still trying to see if I can get some shots on the left hand side there. Scores are pretty even with one tank ahead. But it seems to me like the majority of their team are actually camping their ridge. Now we see our friendly light tank moving over into kind of their spawn areas, lit up the artillery. There's the TD that has been lit up. That is the Nashorn. Slap a shot into the rear there. We do get lit and we get targeted as well. We're just going to use this building in front as cover. Now annoyingly, that medium tank's still alive. That could pose a bit of an issue, as he might start providing, he might start getting cross shots into us. We spot up the TOG 2. I wasn't going to push him because, again, I know there's sort of tanks covering at the back there where our light tank was, and I don't particularly want to get hit by the Nashorn or anything at the back there, but I'm kind of conscious I'm going to have to do something to try and push this game. Just trying to see where the enemy tanks are, if I can potentially get shots in. Then this tank destroyer does actually, well, tank destroyer pushes out, but we have actually got shots on the TOG 2. The tank destroyer that decides to cross the Nashorn actually gets shut down. We're just using, well, yeah, we were trying to use the building here as cover. We get shot by this old tank destroyer who's now revealed himself. He, you know, doing the right thing, I guess, by hiding in the bush, but you know, after he's fired, he sort of gave his position away. And we do actually side scrape off of that building to be able to deflect a shot. Again, sort of beauty of Soviet armor is you can do that. So we managed to do that effectively. Now the Isle did get a shot into us. This is the problem, because obviously, you know, the French tier 6 tank destroyer equally is a good tank destroyer. Whether it's as good as the SU-100, I don't know. I haven't played the Isle for a long time, but I do remember enjoying that tank destroyer when I was grinding the Foch. So we wait for him to get taken out by our friendly teammate, which he does. We know the medium tank is over here. We're hoping that we can possibly get a shot in, but unfortunately he's just behind a house and is not backing up enough where we can get the shot off. He gets taken out, which just leaves the enemy artillery. So yeah, I think we're going to make our way over, but we probably won't get there in time. But it's worth trying. Should probably have loaded the HE here. Thought we might have actually got a shot onto the artillery there, but he's backing off. So yeah, we just got to make our way over and try and see if we can squeeze in one final shot. He keeps poking up there, which is really frustrating, because it's just teasing us really. If it stayed up long enough, we might have been able to have snapped a shot in, but never mind. We're just going to keep moving. Just going to try and hope that we can get a little bit of damage, or maybe you know, get the kill shot on this artillery. But with our medium tank over there and our friendly tank destroyer as well, it looks like he's not going to last. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. And there we go. The 40TP manages to take him out there, bringing an end to the replays. So let's see how we got on then, and we come top of the board again with 3.7k damage with 3 kills. I think we picked up a little bit of assistance as well. Yep, 1600 assistance. What was really nice game. We had a lot of fires in that game as well, so it just shows the devastating effects of the SU-100 when it comes to other Russian tanks. Picked up the ace tanker and the high caliber medal, and yeah, we'll move on to replay number 4 now. So here we are on Pilsen then, the final replay of the video, and we've saved the best till last. So yes, again, top tier. I mean, this tank can handle well in bottom tier situations, which I've shown sort of in previous videos. It can do alright. You can play that traditional tank destroyer role, and you can, yeah, with the 390, that also, you know, that can really sort of hurt the tier 8s as well. Makes them think twice about pushing positions where you're covering. But yeah, when you're top tier low, it's absolutely ridiculous. We do get hit hard there right off the bat, off of another enemy tank destroyer that is in position, which is a bit annoying, because now we're pretty much down to a one shot. Might have been that Wolverine, I'm not sure. But yeah, the light tank comes up. Fortunately, we missed our shot on the light tank there. But yeah, it's not a very good start. We've not had a great trade. We got a shot into that light tank, but we've taken quite a few in return. Trying to lose our spot. I'm hoping we can poke up and get a shot into that Wolverine there, which we do, taking him out for our first kill. Now, just because I'm obviously on 279 hit points doesn't mean I don't want to sort of move up and progress the game. Unfortunately, I didn't mean to sort of bump into our light there, and apologies to him. It really wasn't my intention to get in his way. Just unfortunately, we just collided, and yeah, that was a bit of not a great move there. I'll try and take out the IKV, which I think might have been the tank that actually fired at me at the start. It's the only tank I can think of, or tank destroyer so far, that could have done that amount of damage. But then I see an SU-100, which might well be the tank that done the damage there right at the start. We actually bounce him, which is pretty nice. We also see a Nashorn here, so yeah, right at the start, it could have been either one of these tanks that really put sort of the hurt onto us, you know, on that first shot. Artillery is aiming at us. I want to try and, you know, avoid that. Now I'm getting shot by the Matilda Black Prince, and this really isn't great. I'm into a crossfire. I completely missed the shot first off. Gonna line up this shot now, and we slap it in, putting him onto a one shot. We also didn't get lit, which is really good there. Unfortunately, he just gets out of our gun line, and yeah, we really are in a tricky situation here. We're down by 2 tanks. We've got two TDs moving up on our left, which it looks like I haven't even noticed yet because I'm still focused on this KV-1. We do slap a shot into the KV-1 there. Don't get lit for that either, which is really, I'm surprised at that. I thought we probably would have got lit. Trying to see if we can pick up the kill. Just waiting for him to reveal himself, but now I think, oh, here we go. Look, I've woken up and I've realised that there's a tank destroyer behind us. The only problem is I can't really deal with that tank destroyer, because if I move up, that KV-1 is going to shoot me and probably take me out. So it looks like the SU-100 gets dealt with. Now I notice our artillery for some reason is moving over through the middle. We actually bounced off his gun. That's real unfortunate, but he moves into a position where we got a clear shot and we're able to take him out for our third kill. Unfortunately, now we do have this Nashorn that is pushing our position. This isn't great, and I'm just waiting for him to move in. Got their artillery looking at me. Luckily I managed to take out the Nashorn. I've still got artillery looking at me, so I just need to try and keep safe there. And I just dodge the arty shell. I just do the old move and stop, and there he goes, trying to fire at me again. Problem with low tier artillery is they have a fantastically quick reload, and I'm getting really pushed here. I don't know what it is. I'm on 132 hit points, and I seem to just be getting full focus by all these tanks. So and the numbers are now down. It's actually 6-4. Bounce a shot off that Cromwell there. We're still lit. I'd love to lose my spot, and then if I lose my spot, hopefully I can start taking out a few of these tanks. That's the idea anyway. Luckily the captured KV-1 gets taken out by our friendly wheelie light tank, bring the numbers to 5v4. I see this medium tank, but unfortunately I'm just not in a position to be able to get a shot into him. Our light tank has just been taken out, but I can see this Cromwell, and we snap a shot in there. That is a fortunate bit of RNG there, because that Cromwell could have been an absolute nightmare, because Cromwell would have easily flanked us, got round the back of us and taken us out. So yeah, taking out that tank was well needed. Our friendly medium tank is getting pushed by this enemy medium tank. I'm just lining up the shot there to try and see if I can squeeze it in, and we do, picking up Top Gun there. So that just leaves us with two tanks now, and there's myself and our friendly Firefly that has actually got some still fair bit of his health left, and there's artillery as well, which I assume is full health. But it's just myself. Yeah, it's just myself. There's a heavy tank and a artillery left. Now the heavy tank was over here, if I remember rightly. It looks like he may have retreated. Again, just being cautious because I don't want to get caught out here. Having a really good game, but we've just lit up artillery, and every fibre in my being wanted to fire this shot, but I didn't want to get lit. Now he's on the move. Slap a shot in there, and we actually track him, but he is looking at us, so we need to be careful. Nearly on reload there, just getting our reload off, just trying to avoid the spot. Also keep an eye on that heavy tank. Our artillery does actually hit there, so he gets a cheeky blind fire, but luckily it doesn't hit, and we do actually manage to pick up our 7th kill there, bringing an end to a very tense game. And yeah, bringing an end to the video. So we get 7 kills, 3.4k damage. Again, another disgustingly filthy game there, with a little bit of assistance as well. Obviously we do pick up the ace tanker along with Dimitri and the Devastator medal. So yeah, there we are guys, that is it for the SU-100. Just some nice replays there that I thought I'd show you guys, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do feel free to like and subscribe, because it does help the channel. As always guys, I'll catch you next time.
Uh-oh.